Hey everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Money Matters, where we dive into all things finance, making money, and securing your financial future. I'm Sarah, your co host, and as always, I'm joined by my amazing friend and fellow money enthusiast, Alex.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm super excited about today's episode because we're going to be talking about something that's on everyone's mind: how to earn money. Whether you're looking to make some extra cash on the side or start a full blown business, we've got you covered.
Exactly. And it's such an important topic because, let's face it, we all want to have a bit more money in our pockets. But sometimes figuring out where to start can be a bit overwhelming.
Totally. So, what we're going to do today is break down different ways to earn money, from traditional jobs to more creative and entrepreneurial ventures. And of course, we'll throw in some of our own experiences and tips along the way.
Sounds like a plan. So, let's start with the most common way people think of earning money: getting a job.
Part 1. Traditional employment.
Right, the good old 9 to 5. I think this is where most people start when they think about earning money. It's reliable, there's usually some form of job security, and you know exactly how much you're going to make each month.
Yeah, and there's something to be said for that stability. When I first started working, I took on a part time job at a retail store while I was in college. It wasn't my dream job, but it was a steady paycheck, and it helped me cover my bills.
Same here. My first job was in customer service. It wasn't glamorous, but it taught me a lot about dealing with people, managing stress, and working in a team. Plus, the steady income was nice to have while I figured out what I really wanted to do.
Exactly. But I think it's important to note that while traditional employment is a great way to start earning money, it's not the only way, and it might not be the best fit for everyone.
For sure, some people thrive in a structured environment, while others feel stifled by it. If you're someone who's more entrepreneurial or creative, you might find that working a regular job isn't fulfilling, and that's okay.
Definitely. So, if you're listening and thinking, I want to do something different, don't worry. We're going to dive into other ways to earn money that might suit you better.
Part 2. Freelancing and gig economy.
One of the first alternatives to traditional employment that comes to mind is freelancing. It's a great way to make money on your own terms. You get to choose your clients, set your rates, and work on projects that you're passionate about.
Yeah, freelancing has exploded in popularity over the last few years, especially with the rise of the gig economy. You've got platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer, where you can find gigs in pretty much any field, from writing and graphic design to programming and marketing.
I actually dipped my toes into freelancing a few years ago. I was working full time, but I wanted to make some extra cash, so I started taking on freelance writing gigs on the side. It was a bit of a hustle, but it was so rewarding to be able to work on projects that I chose.
That's awesome. I did something similar with web design. I'd learned how to build websites as a hobby, and then I realized I could actually make money from it. So I started offering my services to small businesses and friends who needed a website but didn't want to pay agency prices.
And that's the beauty of freelancing. You can turn your skills and hobbies into a source of income. Plus, you have the flexibility to work when and where you want.
True, but freelancing isn't without its challenges. You've got to be good at managing your time, finding clients, and dealing with the ups and downs of irregular income. It's not for everyone, but if you're self motivated and enjoy working independently, it can be a great way to earn money.
Absolutely. And speaking of the gig economy, let's not forget about other opportunities like driving for Uber or Lyft, delivering food with DoorDash or Uber Eats, or even renting out a spare room on Airbnb.
Yeah, those are great options if you're looking for something flexible that you can do on your own time. Plus, with the rise of apps and platforms that connect people with gigs, it's easier than ever to find work that fits your schedule.
Right. And the best part is, you don't need a ton of experience to get started. As long as you're willing to put in the work, you can start earning money pretty quickly.
Part 3. Side hustles and passive income.
Now, let's talk about one of my favorite topics: side hustles. There's something so empowering about having a side hustle that brings in extra income while you're working a regular job.
Oh, definitely. Side hustles are amazing because they can start small and grow into something much bigger. Plus, they're a great way to explore your passions and interests outside of your day job.
Exactly. And the options for side hustles are practically endless. You could start a blog, create an online course, sell handmade products on Etsy, or even invest in real estate.
Yeah, and with the internet, it's easier than ever to start a side hustle. You can reach a global audience, and there are so many tools and resources available to help you get started.
One of my favorite side hustles is content creation. Whether it's starting a YouTube channel, a podcast like this one, or even a TikTok account, you can build a following and monetize your content through ads, sponsorships, and affiliate marketing.
That's such a good point. And I think one of the keys to a successful side hustle is consistency. It might take a while to see results, but if you're consistent and keep putting in the work, you'll eventually start to see the fruits of your labor.
Absolutely. And that brings us to another important topic: passive income. It's the holy grail of earning money because it allows you to make money with little to no effort once the initial work is done.
Yes, passive income is a game changer. Whether it's through investing in stocks and dividends, creating an online course, or writing an ebook, passive income streams can provide financial stability and freedom.
The key to passive income is finding something that you can create or invest in once and then continue to earn from over time. It's not always easy, but it's definitely worth it.
And it's important to remember that passive income doesn't happen overnight. It takes time and effort to build, but once you've got it going, it can be a significant source of income.
Exactly. So if you're listening and you're thinking about starting a side hustle or building passive income, just know that it's a long term game. But with patience and persistence, you can make it happen.
Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about investing. It's one of the most powerful ways to build long term wealth and earn money over time.
Absolutely. Investing is all about making your money work for you. Whether it's through stocks, bonds, real estate, or other assets, investing can help you grow your wealth and secure your financial future.
I think one of the biggest misconceptions about investing is that you need a lot of money to get started. But that's not true. You can start investing with as little as $50 or $100.
That's so true. There are so many options out there for beginner investors. You can use apps like Robinhood or Acorns to start investing with small amounts of money, or even look into index funds, which are a great way to invest in a diversified portfolio.
And don't forget about retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs. These are great tools for building wealth over time, and they often come with tax advantages that can help you save even more money.
Definitely. And the earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. Thanks to compound interest, even small investments can grow into significant amounts over time.
Right. But it's also important to do your research and understand what you're investing in. The stock market can be volatile, and it's important to have a strategy and stick to it, especially when the market is down.
Agreed. And it's also worth mentioning that while investing is a great way to build wealth, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's a long term strategy, and you need to be patient and stay committed to your plan.
Absolutely. And speaking of long term strategies, let's talk about real estate. It's another powerful way to earn money and build wealth over time.
Real estate is fantastic because it's a tangible asset that can appreciate in value over time. Plus, there are so many ways to make money with real estate, whether it's through rental properties, flipping houses, or investing in real estate investment trusts, REITs.
And the great thing about real estate is that it can provide both passive income and long term wealth. If you own rental properties, for example, you can earn rental income while your property appreciates in value.
Exactly. But like any investment, real estate comes with risks. So it's important to do your homework and make sure you're making informed decisions.
For sure. But if you're willing to put in the time and effort, real estate can be a great way to diversify your income streams and build wealth over time.
Part 5. Entrepreneurship and starting a business.
Now, let's talk about entrepreneurship. This is one of the most exciting and potentially rewarding ways to earn money but it's also one of the most challenging.
Yeah, starting a business is no small feat, but it can be incredibly fulfilling. If you've got a great idea and the drive to make it happen, entrepreneurship can be a path to financial freedom and independence.
Absolutely. I think the key to successful entrepreneurship is finding a problem to solve or a need to fill. If you can create a product or service that people want or need, you've got the foundation for a successful business.
And the best part is, you don't need to have a lot of money to start a business. With the rise of online businesses, you can start with just a website and a social media presence.
That's so true. I've seen people start successful businesses with nothing more than a laptop and an internet connection. Whether it's an e commerce store, a consulting business, or a digital product, the possibilities are endless.
But it's important to remember that starting a business takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and persistence. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way, but if you're passionate about what you're doing, it's all worth it.
Definitely. And one of the best things about being an entrepreneur is that you're in control of your own destiny. You get to make the decisions, set your own goals, and build something that's truly yours.
And even if your first business doesn't succeed, don't be discouraged. Many successful entrepreneurs have failed multiple times before finding success. It's all part of the learning process.
Exactly. So, if you're listening and you've got a business idea, don't be afraid to take the plunge. Do your research, make a plan, and go for it. You never know where it might lead.
Another important aspect of earning money is leveraging your skills and education. Whether you're just starting out in your career or looking to make a change, your skills are one of your most valuable assets.
Absolutely. And the great thing is, you can always learn new skills or improve the ones you already have. There are so many online courses and resources available that make it easy to learn at your own pace.
Right. And if you can develop a skill that's in high demand, you can command higher pay and have more job opportunities. Whether it's coding, graphic design, data analysis, or even public speaking, there's always something new to learn.
And don't underestimate the power of soft skills, too. Things like communication, leadership, and problem solving are highly valued by employers and can help you advance in your career.
Definitely. And if you're looking to switch careers or start a new business, don't be afraid to invest in your education. Whether it's going back to school, getting a certification, or even just taking some online courses, investing in yourself is always a good idea.
I totally agree. Your education and skills are something that no one can take away from you, and they can open up so many opportunities for earning more money.
Wow, we've covered so much today. From traditional jobs and freelancing to side hustles, investing, and entrepreneurship, there are so many ways to earn money and build wealth.
Yeah, and the great thing is, there's no one size fits all approach. Whether you're looking for something steady and reliable or something more creative and flexible, there's an option out there for you.
Absolutely. And I think the most important thing is to find something that aligns with your goals, interests, and lifestyle. If you're passionate about what you're doing, the money will follow.
That's so true. And remember, earning money is just one part of the equation. It's also important to manage your money wisely, save for the future, and invest in yourself.
Definitely. And don't be afraid to take risks and try new things. Whether it's starting a side hustle, investing in the stock market, or launching a business, sometimes the biggest rewards come from stepping out of your comfort zone.
Exactly. So, to all our listeners out there, if you're looking to earn more money, just know that the opportunities are out there. It's all about finding what works for you and going for it.
You know, Alex, as we were wrapping up, I was thinking about something important that we didn't fully.
Oh, absolutely. The right mindset can make all the difference. Whether you're pursuing a traditional career, freelancing, or starting a business, your attitude and beliefs about money and success play a huge role in your ability to achieve your goals.
Exactly. Let's talk about a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset, especially when it comes to earning money. A growth mindset means believing that your abilities and intelligence can be developed with effort, learning, and persistence. People with this mindset are more likely to take on challenges and see failure as an opportunity to grow.
Right. And a fixed mindset, on the other hand, is the belief that your abilities are set in stone. People with a fixed mindset might shy away from challenges because they don't want to risk failing. When it comes to earning money, this could mean sticking to what's comfortable and never really pushing yourself to explore new opportunities.
Exactly. I remember when I first started freelancing, I was so nervous about putting myself out there, especially since I didn't have a ton of experience. But I had to shift my mindset from I'm not good enough to I can learn and improve. That shift made all the difference. I started taking on projects that were outside my comfort zone, and I learned so much in the process.
That's such a great example. And it's important to remember that everyone starts somewhere. You don't have to be an expert to start earning money. You just have to be willing to learn and grow along the way.
Exactly. And speaking of learning, let's talk about the importance of continuous education and staying curious. The world is constantly changing, especially with technology evolving so rapidly. If you want to stay ahead and keep earning money, you've got to keep learning.
So true. Whether it's picking up a new skill, staying updated on industry trends, or learning about new investment opportunities, continuous education is key. I like to set aside time each week to read, watch tutorials, or take an online course. It keeps me sharp and helps me spot new opportunities to earn money.
That's a great habit, Alex. And it's not just about formal education. Sometimes the most valuable lessons come from real world experience. I've learned so much just by doing, whether it's figuring out how to market my services, negotiating with clients, or managing my finances.
Definitely. And another aspect of mindset is being open to feedback and constructive criticism. When you're trying to earn money, especially through freelancing or running a business, you're going to encounter a lot of opinions. Some will be positive, but some will be critical. It's important to take that feedback in stride and use it to improve.
Absolutely. I remember getting my first negative review on a freelance project. It stung, but instead of letting it discourage me, I used it as a learning opportunity. I reached out to the client, asked for specific feedback, and made sure to improve on those areas in future projects.
That's such a great approach, Sarah. It's all about turning challenges into opportunities for growth. And that brings me to another point: resilience. The journey to earning money, especially if you're taking an unconventional path, isn't always easy. There will be setbacks, rejections, and failures along the way. But resilience, being able to bounce back from those challenges, is what will keep you moving forward.
So true. Resilience is key. I think back to when I first started out, and there were times when I thought about giving up, but I kept pushing through because I believed in what I was doing. And eventually, things started to click. It wasn't overnight, but that persistence paid off.
That's really inspiring, Sarah. And it's a good reminder that earning money isn't always about quick wins. Sometimes it's about playing the long game. Whether you're investing, building a business, or even climbing the career ladder, patience and persistence are crucial.
Absolutely. And while we're on the topic of patience, I think it's important to mention that financial success doesn't happen in isolation. Surrounding yourself with a supportive network, whether it's mentors, friends, or like minded individuals, can make a big difference.
Yes, having a network of people who understand your goals and can offer advice, support, and even constructive criticism is invaluable. I've found that discussing ideas and challenges with others often sparks new insights and solutions that I wouldn't have come up with on my own.
Exactly. I've benefited so much from the advice of mentors and peers. Sometimes, just having someone to bounce ideas off of or talk through a challenge can give you the clarity and confidence you need to move forward.
And let's not forget the power of collaboration. Sometimes teaming up with others can open up new opportunities for earning money. Whether it's starting a joint venture, co hosting a podcast, like we're doing, or simply collaborating on a project, working with others can amplify your efforts.
So true. Collaboration can lead to new ideas, expand your reach, and even make the process more enjoyable. I found that some of my most successful projects were the result of teaming up with others who brought different skills and perspectives to the table.
And speaking of collaboration, I think it's also important to touch on the idea of giving back. Whether it's through mentoring others, sharing your knowledge, or even donating a portion of your earnings to causes you care about, giving back can be incredibly rewarding.
Absolutely. Giving back not only helps others, but it also creates a sense of fulfillment and purpose. I found that when I focus on helping others, whether it's through sharing my experiences or supporting a cause I care about, it often leads to new opportunities and connections.
Exactly. It's the idea that when you give, you often receive in unexpected ways. Plus, helping others achieve their goals can be just as rewarding as achieving your own.
Definitely. And I think that's a perfect note to end on. Remembering that earning money isn't just about the dollars and cents. It's also about finding fulfillment, helping others, and living a life that's meaningful and aligned with your values.
Well said, Sarah. It's all about finding that balance and creating a life that's rich in more ways than one.
Agreed. And to all our listeners, we hope you found today's conversation helpful and inspiring. Whether you're just starting out on your financial journey or looking to take your earnings to the next level, remember that mindset, resilience, and continuous learning are just as important as the strategies you use.
Sarah, after that last discussion, I was thinking about some of the feedback we've gotten from our listeners. A lot of people have been asking about the emotional side of earning money. It's not something we talk about as often, but it's really important.
Oh, definitely. Earning money isn't just a numbers game, it's deeply connected to our emotions and psychology. Money can bring up feelings of anxiety, stress, excitement, and even self worth. How we manage those emotions can have a big impact on our financial success.
Exactly. For some people, money is tied to feelings of security, while for others, it's linked to freedom or status. Understanding your own emotional relationship with money can help you make better financial decisions and avoid some of the common pitfalls.
That's such a good point. I think a lot of us have experienced moments of financial anxiety, whether it's worrying about paying bills, dealing with debt, or feeling like we're not earning enough. Those feelings are real and they can be overwhelming at times.
Absolutely, and it's important to acknowledge those feelings instead of just pushing them aside. I've found that when I'm feeling anxious or stressed about money, taking a step back and really examining where those feelings are coming from can be incredibly helpful.
That's a great approach, Alex. I think it's also important to talk about the role of self worth in earning money. Sometimes we tie our sense of worth to our income or financial success, which can be a dangerous trap. It's easy to fall into the mindset of thinking, if I'm not earning enough, I'm not good enough.
Yes, and that can lead to a lot of unnecessary pressure and even burnout. It's crucial to remember that your worth isn't defined by your bank account. Financial success is just one aspect of life, and it doesn't determine your value as a person.
Exactly. And that brings us to another important topic: setting financial goals that align with your personal values. It's easy to get caught up in the chase for more money, but if you're not clear on why you want to earn more or what you want to do with it, you might end up feeling unfulfilled, even if you achieve your financial goals.
That's so true. I think it's important to ask yourself, what does financial success mean to me? For some, it might mean having the freedom to travel or spend more time with family. For others, it might mean giving back to the community or pursuing a passion project. Whatever it is, aligning your financial goals with your personal values can make the journey more meaningful.
Absolutely. I remember when I first started earning more through my freelance work, I was so focused on increasing my income that I didn't stop to think about what I actually wanted to do with that money. It wasn't until I took a step back and really thought about my values, like financial independence and helping others, that I felt more fulfilled in my work.
That's such a good insight, Sarah. And it also ties into the importance of having a sense of purpose in what you do. When you're clear on your why, it can help you stay motivated, especially during the tough times.
Exactly. And I think another important aspect is the role of ethics in earning money. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of financial success and overlook the ethical implications of how you're earning that money. But at the end of the day, how you earn your money matters just as much as how much you earn.
Absolutely. It's important to make sure that the ways you're earning money align with your values and that you're not compromising your integrity for the sake of profit. Whether it's being transparent in business dealings, treating employees fairly, or choosing to invest in socially responsible companies, ethics should be a key consideration.
Definitely. I think we've all seen examples of people who achieved financial success at the expense of their ethics, and it rarely ends well. Not only can it damage your reputation, but it can also lead to a sense of emptiness or regret.
Right. And in the long run, building a reputation for integrity and ethical behavior can actually be a huge asset. It can lead to stronger relationships, more opportunities, and a deeper sense of satisfaction in your work.
So true. And I think that's why it's so important to stay true to your values, even when the temptation to take shortcuts or make a quick buck arises. In the end, you want to be able to look back on your financial journey and feel proud of the choices you made.
Absolutely. And on that note, I think it's also important to talk about the concept of financial well being. It's not just about how much money you have, but how you feel about your financial situation. Are you stressed or are you at peace with where you're at?
Yes, financial well being encompasses your financial security, your financial freedom, and your emotional relationship with money. It's about feeling confident in your ability to manage your finances, being free from debt or financial stress, and having the freedom to make choices that align with your values.
And achieving financial well being often means finding a balance between earning, saving, and spending. It's not just about maximizing income, it's also about managing your money wisely and making sure you're living within your means.
Exactly. It's so important to live within your means, even as you work towards increasing your income. It's easy to fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation, where you start spending more as you earn more, but that can quickly lead to financial stress.
That's a great point, Sarah. Lifestyle inflation is something we should all be mindful of. Just because you're earning more doesn't mean you need to spend more. It's about finding a balance and making sure that your spending aligns with your financial goals and values.
Absolutely. And I think it's also important to remember that financial success doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey, and it's okay to take it one step at a time. Celebrate the small wins along the way and be patient with yourself as you work towards your goals.
Well said, Sarah. It's all about progress, not perfection. And remember, everyone's financial journey is different. What works for one person might not work for another. So it's important to find what works best for you and stay true to your path.
Exactly. And to all our listeners, we want to remind you that earning money is just one part of the equation. It's also about finding balance, aligning your financial goals with your values, and achieving overall financial well being.
That's right. And if you ever feel overwhelmed or uncertain, don't hesitate to seek support. Whether it's from a financial advisor, a mentor, or even a trusted friend, getting a fresh perspective can make a world of difference.
Absolutely. And with that, we're really going to wrap up this time. We hope this deeper dive into the emotional and ethical aspects of earning money has given you some valuable insights.
Thanks again for tuning in, everyone. As always, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with your friends. And feel free to reach out to us with any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in the future.
Take care, everyone, and remember to approach your financial journey with a sense of purpose, integrity, and balance. We'll see you in the next episode.